Remember, I can erase your job today. Haha, bold threat, sir. Very vintage villain energy. That is your weakness. You think I fear losing everything. But I was never holding anything anyway, sir. The more things you own, the easier people steer you. Possessions do not protect you. They quietly install fear. First you fear losing status, then comfort, then that polished life you barely had enough time to enjoy. That fear becomes a leash. The other person does not need strength. They just need something you cannot bear losing. They do not beat you with talent. They win by shaking your cage and watching you panic over treasures. The worst feeling is not failure. It is bowing your head to protect something that was never truly yours. You accept absurd demands, swallow unfairness, and call it maturity. Just because your paycheck keeps whispering, "Do not risk me." Then relationships join the circus. You smile politely and call it love. While fear quietly drives every decision, you became hostage to your own needs. The cage is invisible, ridiculous. And worst of all, you built it alone. Manipulators scan three things first: your debt, your ambition, and the people whose dinner somehow depends on you. They rarely fight you directly. That would require courage. Instead, they squeeze the pillars holding up your fragile little life. The more support beams you lean on, the easier you are to tip over with one well-placed threat. Stoicism has terrible bedside manners. It says your money, reputation, and health are all borrowed props, not permanent property. The rude little lesson is simple. Enjoy them, use them. Polish them if you must, but never confuse them with you. You stop negotiating to keep things. You negotiate to gain terms. Once fear leaves you, pressure changes address. When you genuinely accept, it could all vanish by morning. Something annoying happens. You become ridiculously hard to intimidate. When power tries to corner you, do not explain your tragedy. Bullies adore context, it helps them price your fear. Do not beg for understanding either. Desperation is cheap perfume. Manipulators smell it instantly and suddenly feel 6 feet taller. You may take what I have, sir, but you cannot confiscate my talent for starting over. And that is why whoever can leave the table owns it, while everyone else merely rents courage. Society trains you to collect everything: money, titles, validation, matching furniture, and several elegant anxieties to protect them. Wisdom is ruder, it teaches release. The person clutching everything fears the one standing there with empty hands, because the one holding nothing is terrifyingly available, annoyingly calm, and free to do absolutely anything tomorrow. You are not weak because you own little. You become weak when you panic over losing what you have. Do not own so many things that you become too frightened to walk away from them. If you are ready to restart from zero, comment "not afraid to lose." Then subscribe before fear negotiates. For you learn to become impossible to threaten, slightly inconvenient to control, and annoyingly free.